Hello everybody and welcome back to the Sports Half, your weekly dose of all that happens in the sports half of the world. This is Sanjay, this is Rakshit and I'm Nikhil. And today is yet another Bengaluru FC review of the game that happened yesterday, that is against East Bengal. And Sanjay, what the hell are you doing?
I thought I'd maybe find Simon Grayson's blueprint here, but there is no blueprint here.
We don't have a blueprint.
Absolutely not.
And we look like we're at 6s and 7s every time we are playing football, which is what everybody is paid to do in that team.
Yeah.
But looks like, I don't know, man.
Three losses on the trot. What do you say about that? Have you ever been in a situation where Bengaluru FC, I think in the last 2 years, we have kinda not been up to the mark, but 3 losses in a row and that too seeing a loss at home. I think this is, we saw on the TV today that we've lost only 4 games prior to this at Kantirwa.
At Kantirwa, yeah.
They call it the fortress for a reason.
The fortress has been breached.
And the walls are slowly showing some cracks, I guess.
And, of the 4 losses, one of them was the finals in ISL.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't remember the other 3. But we don't lose at Fortress.
Yeah, we don't lose.
Simple and straight. But the reason we lost is
plenty.
Where do we even start?
Quite a few reasons.
Where the hell do we even start?
Begin.
So last review, which was that Hyderabad away. We were very clear that this 3 at the back is not working, and maybe we thought moving to a 4 at the back would help us do better. We finally moved to the 4 at the back in this game. The most recent one that we lost 1-0 to East Bengal. And I was hoping that we would play some really good football.
Yeah, that 4 at the back kind of seemed, like, yes, finally.
Yeah.
We have Jingan and Jovanovic and then we have 2 fullbacks. Again, there was slight confusion over why Namgyal Bhutia is starting over Prabir Das. Because he did play him against Odisha as well.
Yeah.
And he didn't do that great, Bhutia.
Yeah.
And Prabir Das is definitely a more experienced guy. He's played in that position for many years. So he would actually be the better choice. And I don't know why Simon picked him. God knows the reasons for that.
Is Prabir injured or something?
Yeah, he played. He came off. He did come off the bench.
Yeah, and we bought him. We exchanged Prabir Das with Ashik Kurunian, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that what happened?
It was a swap.
It was a swap. So if you're giving away somebody like Ashik Kurunian for a Prabir Das, one, you should know what you're doing, first of all, if you're bringing in Prabir Das. And once you bring him in, if he's not good enough, then somebody needs to be answering questions.
Bhutia seems more of a ball carrier type person. Prabir Das good with crosses, that's what I have seen him do.
Yeah.
And very good with crosses, not just good, I feel.
Yeah, he at least attempts. Yesterday when we saw Bhutia for whatever 60 minutes he played, he didn't cross, he didn't come to the final third at all.
Yeah.
He didn't even reach the final third to attempt a cross in. He kept losing the ball near the halfway line and all that and not getting anywhere. He tried to put in those passes to Udanta but didn't work out. Prabir always plays ahead.
Yeah, too young, too inexperienced, I feel, for this stage. And not what the doctor ordered, not what the team requires at this point where we need like major fixes.
Major fixes across the pitch, in fact. We are talking about Prabir Das, Namgyal Bhutia, but the problem is unfortunately not just there. There are so many problems throughout the team. I think one that is not a problem is our centre backs. I think we have more than enough centre backs to play for the next 3 teams or something.
Yeah, so, Sandesh Jingan especially. I think yesterday he put in a very good shift.
Yeah.
Won every aerial header, and that I remember in the second half one very important challenge in the box.
Yeah.
Otherwise it was clean through 1-on-1 against Gurpreet. So I think that was good. But we always knew Jingan is a good centre back.
Yeah.
But he may not be the best at passing or carrying the ball ahead. Yeah. But he will clean up. He'll do the dirty job.
Yeah.
And again, Jovanovic, didn't see much of him again. I don't know. He seems to go missing even as a centre back.
As centre backs, normally what you would see in top sides is there would be one who would be your defensive-minded destroyer kind of a guy, and the other guy would be your ball carrier, ball-playing defender.
Yeah.
So with Jovanovic, I'm pretty confident that he's a good ball-playing defender. But yesterday in the game, it was very clear there's so many through ball chances for him to give it on the wings, which is our play style. We're playing long ball, so the ball has to come. Jovanovic was not the one putting the long balls at all.
True.
And whenever he did, he was not accurate.
And in fact, none of our passing was accurate. It was like playing. Children were playing on the ground, felt like that.
Just having a kickabout.
Nobody was serious, dude. Nobody was serious at all. Like especially Javi. You see, Javi and Chetri have this tendency to do this a lot. Chetri especially lately. Like he gets the ball just one touch and he wants to turn and run. Yeah. But that touch back for him to go through, that doesn't happen. Like it goes away all the time.
Yeah.
That is one problem. And then we again don't seem to have that fluidity in play. In attack, there's no proper transition from defense to midfield to attack.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Bruno, however, take up the role of an 8. Than his usual, CDM proper destroyer number 6 kind of role.
Right.
And I think he was pretty good, bro. Like carrying the ball wise. I haven't seen this in his game so far.
Right.
And I think he seems like someone who can do that job for us. But it's I don't know, man. Like without it just can't be a one-man show. It has to be the others have to click with him.
I like Bruno. What do you think of Bruno?
Bruno, he has been really good. Defensively speaking, in terms of tackles and everything, he's been really good. He had that one beautiful through ball in the Chennai game, I think.
Okay.
In the Chennai game. For the red card that happened.
That was Jayesh.
That was Jayesh.
That was Jayesh. Okay. No, then that wasn't the Jayesh.
So anyway,
for one of the goal to Roy Krishna. So a beautiful ball. So
yesterday as well, he played decent. He distributes the ball well most of the time. Maybe like the aerial balls, he doesn't.
He's not so accurate.
Not so accurate. But he made good passes to Roshan, who was flying down the wing. And he has long legs, so he puts in those tackles. Even if it's crowded around, he can just put his leg in and win.
He got a really good shot off as well, right?
Yeah, the second minute.
Yeah, he gets into those good positions for shooting.
Yeah.
But it's always like a chance, bro, when you're shooting from like 20-30 meters out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, and yesterday we didn't have one shot inside the box also, I think.
Yeah. Did we have any shot on target?
Not on target.
Yeah, that was not on target. Second half, the one he missed.
Yeah.
I think that was a big chance for us to open our account. And big miss by the big player.
Yeah. And he was brought in for that, right? On the other side, if you see, yesterday, which is Cleiton Silva, who we let go of.
Oh my God.
Has been the captain, leader and legend of East Bengal for this entire season. And
by the way, East Bengal are winning after some 78 years, okay?
Against who?
Against anybody. They don't win. East Bengal don't win.
But they always win against us, bro. And that too at home, like Galich.
Yeah. Whenever we are struggling, I remember losing to East Bengal. I think Albert Roca's first or second season when we weren't doing so great, then also we lost. And I remember one of the very key players on that day was Rahul Beke at left back. So that guy was running up and down the pitch.
Yeah. So, moving on. Long balls.
Yeah.
Throw the ball to the striker's chest and take it from there. That's a very English.
That was more of Constantine who was standing in the other dugout. And
the replica. First of all, I can't believe a Constantine team beat us.
We played Constantine's game. So if you go play Constantine's game, Constantine is going to beat you at his game. He's experienced at his game.
Yeah, true that.
So looking at who we had in the managerial position on the pitch, which is Simon Grayson.
Yeah, both Englishmen.
So.
And both have that same style of football, man. This style of football needs to change, guys. I don't know what it is. BFC have never been a team to play long ball.
I don't think Indians are equipped to play physical long ball kind of system at all. We don't have the body for that. Yeah,
we ain't Burnley.
Unless we bring back Robin Singh, then I think we have a chance.
With the way the management has been going about things,
oh my god,
we might just see him, bro. Like the next season, he might be the star signing.
Yeah, I don't
surprise unveiling.
Catch one auto and come from back.
Yeah, I don't get this whole nostalgia signings which BFC have made over the last few seasons. We got Reno Anto back for no reason. We got Eugene Sinlingdo back for no reason. They hardly played when they came back.
Yeah,
it was just like you come and you do rehab in our center. You get fit and then go play for someone else.
Yeah.
And then bring in Jingan back also this season. While he's a good signing, but it's not a necessary signing. We already have centre backs.
Exactly. And if you see, we had Alan Costa, one of the best centre backs in the league. I would say. But Alan Costa and Sandesh Jingan are not playing together because they both like to play in the right centre back role. And Sandesh Jingan is getting the priority here because he fills that Indian quota, and doesn't take away the foreign quota of 4, 5, whatever players.
And Alan Costa scores headers, dude, from corners a lot. He's like John Johnson back in the day. Where Jingan hasn't scored. I don't remember Jingan scoring a goal ever.
Very rarely.
That is one big thing. And then again back to the game. I think we did better than the previous games. We showed little intent to attack. Javi carried the ball a lot, tried to play the passes, but
a little too late, don't you think?
Yeah, he does not release the ball. I think that's a very Spanish midfielder trait.
Right. Yeah.
We've seen it with that. What is his name? Tony Dovale.
Right. Yeah.
He used to turn do spins on the pitch.
Right.
So Javi, while he did do a good job, he put in a beautiful through ball to Chetri. Which was
and I remember watching that in the stadium, thinking Chetri did not trust that the ball was going to come. Once the ball was released, then he started chasing it. If he knew the ball was going to come split second, I think he would have reached that ball, chipped it over the keeper. So that understanding is definitely missing between the attacking players. There is no sync. Are they not practicing enough attacking moves in training? Are they not discussing the weaknesses of the opposition in training? So I don't know what's happening.
So I have some kind of insider information on that.
Right.
So I know my sources. I mean, but what I heard was in the training, Simon Grayson is more of a man-manager type, right? Okay. He's not one to. He's more keep the players happy and all that type of a guy.
I get it.
No real tactical influence on the team. He doesn't look at how the opposition plays and then trains coaches our players to play a lot, for that, to counter that, which kind of is not a good sign because team bonding will be there. Maximum of these guys are Indians with 4 foreigners. Team bonding will happen for sure.
This is Bangalore.
It's Bangalore. Bonding is over weather, over coffee, all that is there. You know, worry Simon this.
Exactly. Konark is there, right? They take the boys for one coffee to Konark after the game. Bonding will happen like that only. But you need to I think a lot of these players need coaching. Players like Udanta, he needs to be coached to what to do. Yesterday he was pretty clueless in the game. He didn't do much. And even for someone like Suresh, youngster in the midfield, is in the backbone of your midfield. He's been good for us.
Someone like Suresh under a Spanish coach who talks tactics, thinks
he would do so well. He's
brilliant asset. He did so well under our previous coaches. And he came through as one of our next superstars. And to see him decline or not start the way we expected him to this season has been kind of like a letdown. Now, and I think it all got summed up in the way he got beat for the ball.
He made the mistake for the goal that we conceded.
Low on confidence. Again, it does seem like you guys were right when you said they don't have a clue about what they're supposed to do. When the ball was played back, Roshan and Prabir were free and they just let Cleiton run through the middle of the pitch. Nobody tracked back.
And you can't concede a goal from your corner, right?
That's embarrassing.
Yeah. What did you think of the goal that we conceded?
Firstly, I mean, we kept getting lots of corners, right? So there was a good chance for us to score. I think that is our best chance to score from set pieces.
Absolutely.
So maybe since we were under the cosh a little bit, 0-0, 69th minute, no goal, right? So we got a little desperate, pushed a little bit more than we needed to, then just did not track back, made the mistake with Suresh, of course.
It looked like a foul from the West Block.
Yeah.
But clearly it was very soft and you can't give that as a foul. Like Suresh has to be stronger there and or at least make the pass. If he's going to fall down, just make the pass.
Kick it out, man.
Yeah, just kick it out. You're right there near the line.
For a throw in, if you're not confident about getting the ball back, kick it out. So.
And also I've noticed a lot of this midfield, especially Suresh, playing a lot of sideways and backward passes. So many times there was an opportunity to pass the ball. Someone was running, making space on the wings.
The channel,
but the channel. But no, the ball wasn't reaching them. It was always going back to Bruno or back to Jingan. And again, this I think boils down to tactics.
So with that midfield bit that you brought up, right? And I think this is another huge issue that needs to be fixed tactically on the tactical board. In the dressing room, if they have one. If not, maybe we can supply one tactical board for them to discuss tactics. But when the midfield gets the ball, there are strikers. Chetri, Roy, Udanta yesterday.
Yeah.
They were making runs. They were making really good runs. But the ball never came. Have they not discussed who is that guy who's responsible for that ball? Because Javi is not that guy, man. Clearly, I thought maybe he would be. He's not that guy because once he in that transition moment from defense to attack when you're transitioning and Javi gets the ball, his first thought is not a through ball. His first thought is carry it through. And he's not so quick. He is
very slow.
He's very slow. He in fact, uses
he
his body and
tries
to.
Correct,
So by that time, everybody is back.
Yeah.
Now you're facing a wall of eight defenders.
And he constantly had 3 men on him when he had the ball. Javi.
Yeah. He kept getting fouled. I think around 10 or 11 fouls on the guy.
The referee, by the way. Oh God. I mean, we didn't lose the game because of the referee. We lost the game because of our own stuff, but referee, man, come on, how many fouls, how many yellow cards he could have given to East Bengal?
Too many that, at least that Mahesh guy, I think he was playing left mid. He probably should have been sent off, in my opinion, with the amount of fouls he and Ivan did.
Yeah, so as usual, referee was shite in the game. And then, but I think Danish coming on in the midfield had a good impact.
Yeah.
I really want to see Danish, Javi and Bruno play, man.
Danish, Javi, and Roy. That's a very good midfield because you remove Suresh and then you instantly have a box-to-box attack, slightly more attacking.
Just go for it. Like Javi can carry, let him carry, use his body a little more. And I think yesterday's game was kind of a, an unlock Javi type, like how last season after the new year he just like exploded into the scene. I think yesterday's game was a little bit of that. I can see him probably come back and be like, okay, you made so many fouls on me, I'm gonna show you, that kind of attitude. You need these games, like to get the best out of the player. So I really hope to see that happen. And we do have the quality, bro, up front. Like Roy Krishna is so good dropping back. Initially, my thought about him was that he's a pure 9, but he does so much good work dropping back. And even that chance they created, that quick 1-2 between him and Javi, and him just turning and running for the shot, although the shot didn't go through as he expected. But there's a lot of positives.
There are definitely few positives out of. It's like best out of waste that childhood competition I definitely was a part of. We are trying to pick the best out of the waste right now, and there are some great points, which is Roy dropping in deeper, having a great effect on the build-up play. Great stuff. Shiva Shakti, who is playing his first fucking season, and we are missing him.
We're missing him. We actually missed him.
We're actually missing him. So that's a great point. And Danish, I think, is another beautiful, positive. Yesterday he looked good. I hope we're not proven wrong. It has happened before on this podcast that we speak very highly about a particular player and he flops the next game. The sports half curse.
Yeah, it's a curse.
I hope that doesn't take place. I had all of my
crosses are on.
Yeah. So
no, I think Danish will come good. I think he's been injured, so he's not been played. And yesterday was his first kind of good 30 minutes on the pitch. 20-30
you know
minutes.
what, man? At this point, I don't know what we are.
Nothing to
table.
lose.
Yeah, just go for it. No, just attack. Like how we keep screaming from the bloody wing.
From the stands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, yesterday West Block was dead, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, a little bit dead. I mean, look, we were chanting till the 60th minute.
Yeah,
we were as loud as about 5,000 West Blockers can be.
No, we were loud.
It wasn't too many people.
Yeah, it wasn't too many people. But for a good amount of the game, we were chanting and doing our
But the
bit.
players need to bring their energy and bring that to us as well.
All these, clap this thing after the game, coming and riling up the crowd. That it's okay. Yeah, we love that. But
no, also good you brought that up. So yesterday after the game, the only two people that came and clapped to the stands was Chetri and Gurpreet.
Yeah.
Nobody else came. Usually after a win, we chant names. Yesterday we didn't. Like, it was a collective decision that we will not chant the name, we will just clap if they come and clap. Yeah. And only Gurpreet and Chetri came. So guys, if one of the players are watching this, you need to come and applaud the fans after a very bad performance.
And if you think you shouldn't be apologizing,
no, you don't need to apologize. Just come and show you that you acknowledge the fans. That's more than enough. Like, we aren't some great people that will come apologize to us, but you need to acknowledge the collective fan base as a whole who's putting effort.
I let me tell you why they have to apologize. Okay, because this is a culture you need to build in the ecosystem itself, which is just because they are footballers, they'll play football. We are fans, we will support. No, that is not how this has to work in the long term. It is we are going to come and support you no matter what.
By paying 8,000 rupees for a season ticket.
For paying 8,000 for a season ticket, highest in the country. And you need to kind of acknowledge that you did not provide the money's worth that was required.
Fair, very good point. Very, very.
And at the end of the day, this is a business of entertainment.
Yeah.
Are you entertaining the crowds? If you are not entertaining the crowds, and if you're not apologizing for not entertaining the crowds, then you have decided that football is not going to grow in this country. Right?
Real cut. We've got a real cut.
So
yeah, that's a very fair point. I mean, you need to do it. And also one phrase that was heard a bit in the stands yesterday, as we had previously mentioned the phrase, was
we came up with it.
We came up with it. We take the credit for it.
Because we had it on camera. If you don't have it on camera, then
we have the proof.
No cap.
So that phrase was Simon, go back.
Yeah.
I didn't expect to hear it in the fifth game of the season. From other fans apart from us as well. But like a lot of people. We did it as a joke.
At the second game when we were not looking so great. But
that was the games we played before this was an indication of what was to come. And I don't think it can come any worse than losing to East Bengal at home.
Yeah, and I think that's very bad.
And it's the right time to,
now questions need to be asked now. When
for sure.
Out of 5 games, you've scored only 2 goals, won only 1 game. And have put in a disgusting performance at home. That's when questions start to come and you can't hide from it after a certain point.
Yeah, see, agreed. Simon, go back. I agree with that statement. I think everybody agrees to that statement right now.
To an extent, yeah.
I don't think there's a single person who's saying Simon is doing a great job. That nobody will say.
No one's saying he's doing a fantastic job.
Yeah.
The only thing is,
give him some time.
So
how much time does he deserve?
How much time and what are we expecting out of this season? Yeah. Are we expecting to be in the top 6 and are we happy with the top 6 and that is it? Are we happy with a semi-finals, top 6 and then you win the knockout and go to semis? See, I'm already assuming we won't finish in the top 2. I think that's fair.
Top 2? Oh, fuck no.
The way the other teams...
I was expecting to say top 6. Top 2. No way.
So it's either quarterfinals or semi-finals or shithouse our way through to finals and then win. So what is a good enough
See, he's the
season for
like
us
how
today?
Nikhil said, the managerial bit might work if we get into the knockout.
This thing it will only take us there.
Yeah, that might work out, but
Right.
I don't know, bro. Like you got to instill a culture. You've come here saying that I've coached Leicester, I've coached this club, I've coached that
Sunderland.
club. Yeah. So just please, like, give us something that is worth watching. Like, I mean, you went ahead and dropped a centre back and added another attacking player into the mix. A little more, this is Bangalore, man. This is the Kantirava Stadium. Just be more out there. Show your, presence that this is my fucking ground and I will own the shit out of any opposition that comes here.
No, I mean, I think maybe that's a good thing, right? Like you need to do that, but just to
I
be
see a lot
given
of fear,
to give him the benefit
way
of doubt.
passing, the way we are going about it. It's like football isn't there without that risk. Like everyone and anyone can make a good back pass, a sideway pass. But unless you're going to throw it up front or like go for it, you're not going for it.
No, and I think the other point is that our team is a pretty old team. If you look all over the pitch, Chetri is 38. Okay, Roy Krishna is probably 33, 34 if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Bruno is not definitely young. He's probably in his 30s. Javi is probably in his 30s. Udanta is 28 by now, 27, 28. He was 21 when we were 6 seasons back, and he was that rising youngster and all that.
Yeah. But he's just like plateaued.
So it's a pretty old team, and I think if you need more energy, you need to get in younger reinforcements.
Yeah. Before we know it, this entire team will need a rebuild, and we'll again be thinking about what is our system, what is our philosophy,
what do we want culture wise. Yeah.
So I was just looking at my phone because I wanted to bring out a few of the quotes from Simon Grayson's pre-match interview from East Bengal. Right? He was asked about what is lack of goals a worry. Right? Mm-hmm. So essentially what Grayson has said is that he has put his emphasis on the defense first, and he also goes on to say, and I quote, "I'm still learning about the league as well, the standards, systems, environments and conditions." He also says that there are a lot of through balls in supply during the Durand Cup when there were kids playing in the opposition team.
Yeah.
And he also goes on to say, and I quote, "I will chop and change the system over the next few weeks and months without a shadow of a doubt.
Okay.
We've got players in our squad who can score goals and provide assists. That is not a concern. But we need to be better at the top end of the pitch."
Makes sense. Absolutely right. But actions speak louder than words.
Yeah.
And for me, the fact is, forget the goals, forget the assists. We are not getting shots. Even forget shots on target.
Chances.
We are just not kicking the ball towards the goal.
Yeah.
So that remains a huge cause of concern. Like if you're not like getting a shot off, I don't know, man.
Definitely it changes. As you said, he needs to make a lot of changes.
It's good that he's acknowledged the fact that and he is ready to, and he's not rigid about his system like few coaches are.
Yeah.
I hope to see him,
do well.
Yeah, do well and like make a few changes here and there.
So just to close things off, then let's have one last question, which is also goes out to the viewers, which is, are we going to give Simon Grayson the entire season to figure out the system and team?
The environment.
Let's say we finish 9th and we finish 7th, okay? We are not qualifying, but we are 7th. Do we give him the entire season?
Bro, the thing is, we have no other choice because the next coach who's going to come in is just going to play a few draw games and say the same shit like I'm understanding the team, I'm understanding the league, I'm understanding the environment. So
we can't. We shouldn't be one of those clubs that keep changing managers every year.
That's been happening for a while now.
Thing.
So I don't know, man.
I think so. Last season when we had Marco Pezzoli, I think he deserved a chance. To be fair,
right.
But apparently it was in his contract that if he didn't get top 4, he would not continue to be the manager.
Okay.
I think there would be a similar thing in Simon's contract as well. If he probably doesn't make top 4 or top 6 of the playoffs or whatever, then he wouldn't be the manager.
I hope it's not that, because
that's not a good thing to put in your contract, man. 1 year is not
because
enough.
that takes away. That hides the fact that the coach also needs good players around him.
True that.
Right.
And our bench strength is ape shit.
It's pretty bad.
So, okay, this leads on to another question, which is it the players' fault or the manager's fault? Are the players not good enough? Or when I say players, let's not say players' fault. Let's say management fault.
Yeah.
Because we have not bought the right players.
Correct.
Right? Yeah. So, is it the management's fault for not bringing the right players in? Or is it the manager?
No, I think the management has done a good job in bringing the best striker in the league in Roy Krishna and the best midfielder in the league last season in Javi. That's doing your job. You get the best players from your league into your team.
You could also say we bought the best Indian centre back in the market at the moment.
Yeah, whether that was planned or not, we got him.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't put too much blame on the management. I would put blame on them on releasing certain players which we definitely should have kept. Players like Nishu, players like Cleiton Silva.
Yeah.
We need those kind of
players.
Ashik Kurinian also. But I don't know, maybe their salary demands are way too high for Pajandal to keep them. At least that was the case with Nishu Kumar.
That's true. I mean, look, it's difficult to fund a football club
while you're running a cricket team.
When you're running an IPL team as well.
Fuck Delhi Capitals.
I don't like Delhi Capitals.
Path, man.
RCB. On that note, we will catch you on the next one whenever is the next game. So next game is, what is the next game? Next game is against Mumbai City away and then FC Goa away, where we will be travelling. So if any of you guys are coming to Goa, just hit us up. Those are two extremely different.
No, it doesn't stop there. The next home game is against ADK Mohan Bagan.
Top 3 teams in the league at the moment, in my opinion.
So it looks like a rough patch.
Your socks up, boys and girls.
So we will hopefully see you after the Mumbai game with a short and sweet review like this one.
And hopefully it's like a positive one.
Hopefully. Yeah. So before we go, like, share, subscribe, everything, do the deeds. Follow us on Instagram. A lot of you probably would have gotten on about us now on Instagram. So follow, comment on YouTube, share it with all your BFC fans. We know 12,000 people came to the stadium yesterday. Yeah. You need to forward it to 500 of them.
Yeah, that's a good target to have.
Right? 10%. Not even 10%. You're asking for 5%.
2%. Not yours, not mine.
Go on sharing it. If you enjoyed, please do go ahead and share it. We plan to do BFC content much more regularly and much more on a bigger scale, extensively. Yeah. So help us out there, and we will see you on the next one. Bye bye.